Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound. I found some more purple nail polishes in a box. I think this is the last of them before I move on to the magentas. So I'm starting off with these three that are kind of vaguely similar. And the first one is this Holo Taco. It's a relatively recent one. It's a sort of purpley grey with a pink shimmer. It's really, really pretty. And this one is called Camera Shy. And that's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. I'm going to be keeping this. But it is quite similar to the next one, which is Zoya's Lotus. More of a shimmer in the Holo Taco and sort of micro flakes in the Zoya, but the same sort of colour scheme. So the question is, do I need to keep them both? So as I said, the Zoya is the same sort of base colour, but has more micro flakes in it than shimmer. Perhaps a touch of gold as well, but with that pink too. On the swatch wheel, this one looks a lot more muted than the Holo Taco, a little bit darker. Okay, this is what they both look like on the swatch wheel close up. You can see that the Zoya is a lot more muted looking, and the shimmer on the Holo Taco is a bit more impressive. So I think I'm going to put the Zoya onto my nail polish rack, try it out, see if I might like to wear this one for work, because I think I might get away with it, and it's certainly the type of colour that I like to wear at work. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the Holo Taco and I'm going to put the Zoya out to try, and then probably that one will find its way into my project polish. The last one in this little grouping is one that was recently gifted to me. I'm pretty sure this one came from Louise, and it is Ethereal's Mocha Cloud. Very, very pretty, sort of, again, same sort of purplish grey background, but this time with tiny little blue flakies in it and a blue shimmer. And I'm looking forward to giving this one a try, so that one is staying. Next up we have a little grouping of polishes that kind of more bluey purple. They look a little bit more blue on the screen than they do in real life. This first one I've not bothered swatching because I know I'm going to keep this one for sure, and it is Tonic nail polish and it's the shade Imagine, and you may have seen this one a few times on my Instagram. I have been using this one as a topper. I was really underwhelmed when I tried to use it as a polish, but as a topper this one is absolutely stunning. If I can find a picture of me wearing it, I will insert that here. So that one's staying in my collection. Next we have this pretty ILMP, and this one is called Wallflower. This one is very sheer, it takes a lot to build it up, but it is very pretty. I'm pretty sure I want to keep this one. I might put that one into next year's spring rack and just wear it and make sure. It is kind of halfway between blue and purple, this one. I'm never quite sure where to put it in my collection, but it is very, very pretty, and it's got that lovely little teal shimmery flecks in it as well. So I'm going to be keeping that one. Next we have an older picture polish. This one is called Gravity and it's super shifty. You can see there all the different colours in this one. Like the Tonic nail polish, this one is really difficult to build up on its own. It's definitely better used as a topper. So I'm going to be popping this one into my toppers drawer. For the purpose of this video, I did build it up on its own. I think this was 4 coats, possibly even 5. To me, this is looking almost magenta at the angle I'm looking at it. You can see there the massive amount of shift that you get in this polish. It is beautiful. So that one is staying, but I'm going to try out a few different base colours for it so I can get a similar effect without having to do the 4 or 5 coats. Next we have another very shifty polish. This is an A England and it is called The Mist. You can see just all the different colours and the little flakes in here. It sort of goes from the purple that you can see at the base through to a tealish blue colour. This is super sheer though, which is unusual for A England. Again, pretty sure that this one was a 4-coater. That's what it looked like in the end. And off camera I did play around with this one a little bit to see if I could make it work as a topper. Decided that I can't be bothered, I don't like it enough, so this one's going to be destashed. And last in this group we have this little Alloon by Emily. My camera just did not want to focus on this at all. Really pretty little polish. Again, very shifty from the purple through to a strong teal shift. Lots of glitters in this one as well. Which does make it the kind of polish I'm less likely to reach for, because I can never be bothered with taking nail polish with glitters off. But it is really pretty. I do want to give this one another try. And this is how this one looks on the swatch wheel. And again, if I can get it at all the different angles, you can see kind of the purple shift through to the teal on this one. So it's sort of similar to the last one that I decided to destash, but with a little bit of added holographic, which my camera will not focus on. So a little bit extra, I'll keep it for the moment. Okay, here's the next little group, and the first one is clearly different from all the others. This is Polish for Days Blueberry, and again very shifty polish. You can see the magenta to purple to blue in this one. Maybe this one had been better off with my magentas in hindsight. And this is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. And again, if I can try and get it so you can see the shifts. Very beautiful. Definitely staying in my collection. Next we have got Phantom Echoes by Polish Me Royalty, and this is just a fairly plain purple. And this is how this one looks on the swatch wheel. I think I've only really used this one as a stamping polish, so I'm going to check my stamping polish collection, see if I have anything else like this. If not, I'll keep it and I'll pop it in there for a bit to see if it does get used, but I don't do much nail art these days, so my stamping polish collection is also going to be featuring in a destash video in the not too distant future, so I will double check that, and if I've got anything like it already I will let this one go. If not, I will pop it in my stamping drawer. And next up we have got Romanticide, also by Polish Me Royalty. This is purple, has got tiny little blue flecks in it. It is quite pretty. I don't know when I wore this one last, but I do like the colour. I have a feeling that I would probably reach for a holo or something with a lot more glitters in it if I was going to wear something this colour, but I do like it. So for the time being I'm going to keep it in my collection. That's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. If I find I don't wear it though, this one could be destashed at some point in the future. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a second round of destash sometime soon anyway. Next up is this old Ard as Nails. This one is called Fireworks. This one's just a little bit more muted. It's got a bit of a grey tinge to the base. It doesn't really look too much like that in the bottle, but when you look at it on the swatch wheel, this is what it looks like. I'm going to pop this one on my autumn nail polish rack and give it a wear to see if it's something I'm likely to reach for. See how I feel about it when I've worn it, and then make a decision. It's either going to really suit me and I'll love it, or if I'm indifferent, I'll let it go then. Next up we've got this old OPI, and this one is called Ink. It's sort of purple blue with loads of little micro flakes in it, I think those are. Very shimmery but very subtle. Again, not the sort of colour I wear very often, but I do love it, so for the time being this one's going back in my collection, but another one that might end up on the chopping block. Maybe I'll try and get round to wearing this one in winter and in the winter and see how we go. It's not a colour that I can wear very easily, certainly not something I'd wear to work, so that does limit the amount of wear time I have for these types of colours, and normally I go for something else. Then we have the last three for this video before I move on to my magentas. And the first one is this very pretty purple with holographic glitters. I believe this one was gifted to me by Claire, and it is number 255 or number 73. I'm never quite sure what the right number is on these bottles. It's chunky glitters, and so that's why I don't tend to reach for this one. But on the swatch wheel it's so pretty. I have to keep it for now. I might have to get this one out with the peel off base coat. Problem with me is they often peel off really quickly and at the wrong sort of times, so you know, you're out in the evening and your nail pops off. That's kind of embarrassing. So we'll see if I get around to wearing this one. That's how this one looks on the swatch wheel. You can see how pretty that one is, and so I'm going to be keeping it for the moment. But it's sort of a little bit similar to the next one. They're not dupes, not by a long shot, but they're similar-ish. And this one is Holo Tacos Tanzanite Away. It's part of the Birthstones collection, which at the time of filming this video is back in stock again, so if you do like it you could be able to get it at the moment. These do go in and out of stock as they can get pigments. Really pretty, very strong shift on this one, which is what I liked about it. There you can see it there. But at the base it is a purple with holographic glitters, and I think this one's got a little reflective glitter in it as well. Try that with the flashlight there, and yeah, I think maybe a little bit of reflective glitter in it. I'll have to check the listings and see if I'm right there. And that's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. It's very pretty. It is different to the last one, especially when you get it at different angles. You get a very different sort of appearance to it. But maybe I don't need them both. We'll see when I come round to that second round of destashing. But staying, this one obviously staying in my collection. I love this. And last of all for this video we have another A England, and you're probably thinking I've gone mad putting this in with the purples, because it looks a sort of greeny brown at the moment, but if you look at the corners of the bottle, you get more of the purple. This one's called Incense Burner. And this is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. You get shifts through, kind of getting a bit of a hint of a purpley red, maybe. Maybe this shouldn't be in my purples. Maybe it shouldn't be in my collection at all, because I'm really not that keen on this. Don't think I've ever worn it. Maybe once. But you can probably tell I'm so uncertain about this one, I must let this go. So that one is going to be leaving my collection also. So we've got two A Englands leaving my collection today. I am a bit surprised at myself because A England are stopping making nail polish, and the hoarder in me wants to keep these. Also, I barely use them, which is kind of annoying. But there you go. Sometimes you buy a polish you like the look of, and when you get it on your nails or you see it in reality, you're not so keen. So these ones will eventually be making their way onto my listings. I've had a few people ask where I sell my nail polishes. At the moment I have got some older listings still up on my Instagram, but I don't have any of the new ones destashed up there yet, and I will let you know when I do get around to doing that. It's UK only, I'm afraid, due to the postage rules that we have. But I do hope to get around to listing these a bit later in the year. Thanks for watching, and next time we come back to my destashing, I will definitely be moving on to my magenta nail polishes. That's the last big category of polish that I have, and then I've got a few drawers to go through of other types of things, and then we'll see where we are with a roundup at the end of this series of destashes. I hope I'll see you then. Bye!